Hey buddies, a quick video to let you know that tonight we're taking our first look at Tomb Raider 2013. So check it out at 9 o'clock Pacific time, that's midnight Eastern time. And also, first impressions of Runner 2 by the Bit Trip presents Rhythm Runner Alien or something like that. It's a weird long title, not officially a part of the Bit Trip series. It's just Bit Trip Presents because the Bit Trip series was completed with that compilation set that they released for the Wii and 3DS. But Runner 2 is a great follow-up to Runner. It's more polished. It's the most polished and graphically stellar game that I think Bit Trip has made so far, yet it still has that retro appeal to it. Especially, I suppose, the retro levels that we didn't get around to actually getting into on our live playthrough. We unluckily just didn't hit any, but they have pixelated stuff still in it. And it just feels like Commander Video back in full force, and I hope to see a lot more of him from Gaijin Games. There's not much I can even nitpick about this title. It's just a really solid, totally worth your money, $15 title. If you like runner styles, they have added a lot of complexity to a relatively simplistic genre, but it's all in level design, and they've added a lot more techniques to it. They let you use stuff like blocking now. You slide like you could before. Hold up to go over top of trampolines as they approach. Awesome boss battle, by the way, that there was in the game. And I think each world has a boss battle. Not sure how many worlds, but back to techniques. You can do sliding, you can do punching or kicking, I think. And then there's also the fact that now jumping, you can glide for a certain amount by holding longer. It's not just a standard... It's not the same length jump every single time. There's also these little loop-de-loops a la Sonic the Hedgehog, where if you use your analog stick to follow the loop, you get extra points. There is like infinite possibility, not infinite, but there are just incredible possibilities to stack up more and more points and to edge higher up on that leaderboard. We actually, Becky's, one of our friends, is actually the top on the leaderboard for, I think, level 4 or something like that, Droolface. And she is just like constantly battling back to get higher and higher every time somebody tries to knock her down. And you can keep on getting those points out of, like, pulling them out of the air because in World 2 they introduce dancing. So when Runner isn't doing anything at all, you can click the button to dance. And it's a non-interruptible dance. So once you've committed to that dance, you have to find the right spots to do it in. And I guess a lot of the challenge of padding your score with those dancing points is going to be finding those exact moments and the best timing in order to get them. Of course, you can collect as much gold as you can. You also have to figure out what the best path in the level is to get more points, because some are more challenging, some have more gold on them. There just seems to be like an incredible amount of depth for those who really want to flesh it out. And then an incredible amount of fun for those who just want to pick it up and play. We now have checkpoints, which was a huge thorn in the side of any casual gamer trying to play a runner who just wanted to get to the next level. It was also a really rewarding feeling when you got through that punishment. Of course, that's the whole point of these uber challenging games. But at the same time, sometimes you just wanted something fresh. And for the casual player, that's amazing. If you skip the checkpoints and Uncle Pickle has to run after you, I think is what Uncle Dill has to run after you, you receive 50,000 points. So it's a huge incentive for those trying to climb the leaderboards to skip them. It's a great example of game design where it is as hard as you want to be. No difficulty. Well, there is a difficulty selection actually as well. So not only do they have several tiers within layers of like self-challenging within the levels, but they also have a difficulty level which takes away or adds to the number of baddies. Or in the case of the boss battle, which once again was awesome, it adds to the amount of cannonballs he shoots and stuff like that. So it just generally makes it's like a real difficulty, full-fledged mode. And it was fun. My only qualm is that I had heard from the blogscape that it was going to have co-op, 2-player co-op, using, and it was going to be a exclusive Wii U feature. As of like yesterday, reading around, there was no info that feature was going to finally come, like they had earlier said it might, or they said it would. I hope that it does, because it would be a lot of fun. They were going to make an exclusive thing to the Wii U because of the second screen. So if they're able to do that, that would be amazing. I hope that a patch comes at some point, or that it's maybe tagged onto the patch that plans to fix the quitting bug, which apparently it freezes your Wii when you quit the game. That doesn't sound like it's their bug, and I think they are pretty sure it's not their bug, that it's Nintendo's problem, but they're trying to fix it anyways. So yeah, not many nitpicks besides that I'd love to see it co-op. I'd love to see it 4-player co-op, but in the future we're actually going to do a show in which we take 4 Wii U's with 4 copies of Runner 2, and we're going to do races on the show. Just set up our own races and see who can get to the end of the hardest difficulty levels as we play. I think that's it. So tonight we're going to see you there to play some Tomb Raider 2013. I'm excited for this one. Contender for Game of the Year, I hear. So see you there, buddies.